Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Izola here with FlickDirect, and I got my hands on the 4K UHD Blu-ray DVD release of Jurassic World Rebirth. I've got a lot of thoughts, so grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get this started. Okay, brief synopsis of the movie. So, look, dinosaurs are old news. Nobody really cares about them anymore. And, they only really exist in this small remote location where nobody pays them any mind or probably even knows that they're there. A pharma exec played by Rupert Friend hires a mercenary named Zora, who is played by Scarlett Johansson, to go on an adventure, so to speak. Basically, he has a mission for her. She needs to go and extract some blood so he can use that to make some new medicine or antivirus, something to that effect. So basically, his spiel is go get me some of that blood because that's going to help us make this new, fancy stuff that's going to save the world. I don't know. But anyway, you know that chaos is going to ensue, which it does, because what kind of movie would this be if there wasn't chaos? Zora, her team, and some random family they've rescued all get stranded on the island, and now they have to kind of fight for their lives, stay alive, because that's what you need to do. I mean, look, dinosaurs, what are you going to do? And when you think it's just dinosaurs, it's not. There are hybrids of these weird mutant dinos that, are probably a million times worse than the OGs. So, they're not going to have a good time with it. I mean, baby dinos maybe, but still, it's going to be complete nuts. Now, here's the thing. The plot's predictable. And do we really expect anything less? I mean, that's happened a lot. It's dinosaurs. Yeah, you can switch some things up a little bit, but the same thing happens. You go to an island, dinosaurs get loose or are already loose, and then they chase the prey and you have to survive. So I think at the end of the day, we know what's coming, right? I mean, it's to be expected. But having said that, the action is really good. It is shot beautifully. The dinosaurs are amazing and the hybrids are super cool looking. I really think that they did a great job with the overall filming. Maybe they could have spent a little more time on dialogue, making certain things make sense. But overall, I think just being on the edge of your seat, having big dinos chasing you, the person on the screen, is very entertaining. Some things are really over explained and the dialogue can be clumsy and awkward from the start. I'm just going to be honest. But with those small failures, and I do believe they are small, the entire movie just kind of keeps you intrigued with really strong visuals and natural humor. And I say natural humor because there's a good chance that it's just whatever popped into their heads. It could have been improv. They could have used a lot of those scenes where this was not scripted and decided to roll with what the actors decided to say or do at that time. And it felt real and, again, natural, which also provides you with the good acting. So again, yes, some things not so amazing, but the rest of it all makes up for those little inconsistencies or tiny failures. Bottom line, if you love dinosaurs, you're going to love this movie. It's impressively shot. It's beautiful. And while some things are missing or the dialogue is a little over the top, the acting is good and everything else just kind of pieces it together. Because of all of this, I'm going to give the Jurassic World Rebirth movie a 3.5 out of 5. Okay, now on to audio and visual. Look, the 4K release delivers big time. You get everything that you are expecting and more with this release. And you'll see that from the first second that this movie starts. The pictures super sharp with rich colors and deep blacks that do not lose detail. And that's always a concern, especially when you're getting into these like really dark scenes, at night. So I think that they did a really great job with that in particular. Like there are normally things like if you're out at night, not in like the city or anything, so low light situations, there are going to be things in those shadows and hidden that you're not going to be able to see. But the way that they film this and the way that the visuals are in the 4K UHD, you can see these little silhouettes hiding in the shadows. And it's just, again, really great job. And we can't forget about the creature design and the VFX. I mean, so good. So good. Like, I do wish that we could see dinosaurs in real life. I don't want to be close to them and, just like AI taking over the world. I don't want them to, attack us and whatnot. So, it can just stay all in my brain, but it would be great if we could see them in real life. But these movies give us something that's kind of close, right? FX, beautiful, amazing, great job. And because of all of this, I'm going to give the visuals a 5 out of 5. Now, if you think I was going to come here and say that the audio is not as great, well, you're wrong. Look, it's the Dolby Atmos track. It's solid. You can't go wrong. I don't think that there is a point in this movie where I can nitpick. I mean, I probably could, but again, that's called nitpicking, and I don't want to do that. It was stimulating to the ear the entire time. The dialogue was crisp and clear. You never had to adjust your audio to make up for the balance. So the balance was great. Because, again, some of my pet peeves that we have talked about is that when you're watching a movie and you go from a very quiet scene and then there's like some jump scare, yes, it's supposed to be louder. That makes sense because you're going from a whisper to a scream. But when you have to completely change and adjust your sound constantly throughout a movie, that's annoying. I don't want to waste my time having to do that. So again, this particular track, they did a great job making sure that yes, the sound does get louder, but it makes sense and you don't have to reach for your remote so that, your ears stop bleeding because it's too loud. I just think, again, we have just come so far with movies and these releases that there's really not much that you can say that would be wrong for the audio quality. And because of this, that also gets a 5 out of 5. And now on to the extras. You guys, there are so many extras. I don't have time, and you probably don't want to waste the time listening to me ramble off the 50 different things that they're providing you in this release. There's a lot, and I'm still going through some of them. I have not gotten through all of them. It's a lot, and I still have a job, so I kind of can't watch them all and pay attention at the same time. But from what I read, they sound like great, and I will eventually watch them all. But again, like I said, there's a lot. So I'm just going to highlight a few of them for you, the ones that I think are probably the most important. I mean, someone would argue with that, but look, to me, there's an alternate opening, okay? And I think that that's super cool. I love when they do alternate scenes. I love deleted scenes. And guess what? They've got those too. So right there, we're getting more than we do with most of them, at least as of late. I can't remember the last time I told you that we got opening, and deleted scenes extra wise, but hey, again, there's also like lots of dinosaur stuff, the making of, behind the scenes, commentary, like you name it, it's all in there. Again, not going to go through all of them, but I did want to mention you're getting a ton of great ads. So that alone should make you want to own this. I'm just saying, because it's a lot. And if you have a streaming service, you're not getting any of those. And usually it's the Blu-ray. They don't put the 4K up. Well, they're probably doing that more now, but it used to be it was just the Blu-ray. The other thing, guess what? Guess what? They have a gag reel. I love it. I'm so excited about the gag reel. And that's not all. The final thing I'm going to mention is Easter eggs. They have a thing about Easter eggs. Did you catch it? Did you not? And there were some things that I missed. So now I have to go back and rewatch it. But the great thing is that now that I own it, I can just go and watch it. And if I want to fast forward, I can. But I'll probably sit through it again because I know I've missed a million different things. It just happens. So now Easter eggs, if I go, oh, wait, yeah, I remember seeing that. No, I don't remember seeing that. I got to go back and look now. Now I can. And it's just great. Final wrap up, you get the Blu-ray, you get the digital copy. So again, this is just such a great extras. There's really not much more I can say. You can go check out a full list, if you just need to double check to see if this is something that you think is worth it, but just take my word for it. It's worth it. And because of this, it gets a 5 out of 5 for extras. The 4K UHD release of Jurassic World Rebirth is definitely a must own. Whether you are a fan of the franchise or just a fan of dinosaurs in general, hey, throw Scarlett Johansson in there and Rupert Friend. I mean, maybe you don't even know who they are, which would be crazy, but stranger things have happened. There are so many good pieces to this release that anything I mentioned before regarding the plot, dialogue, things like that, totally make up for it. Again, were there some things that I would like to have changed with the plot or just the excessive dialogue, explanations, etc., etc.? Yes, there are. But I'm going to tell you too that there are some, I don't want to call them sequels, but there are some Jurassic movies out there that are worse than this one. And I still own them, and they're not my go-to jump and watch, but I still once in a blue moon will go and, watch things from start to finish. So when I want to do that, I get to do that. And I'm also a completionist. So it's kind of like, well, if we've got another movie to the franchise, I got to have it. So, but again, there are so many good qualities in this release that if you do have any, not so great feelings about the movie itself, it takes that away a little bit, right? So I definitely would say if you are a fan of the Jurassic franchise, if you are a fan of dinosaurs, you are going to definitely want to get your hands on this. And I mean, the movie also has Easter eggs, and again, yes, I missed some, but I'm just saying, like, they just did a good job with kind of tying, other movies in without, coming out and saying or making it blatantly obvious. So I love Easter eggs. I think that was a great job too. But anyway, I think just the overall release, 4K UHD of Jurassic World Rebirth, it's going to get a 4.6 out of 5 for me. I think it's I would say a solid B plus in my opinion, just because dinosaurs and extras and great audio and visual and acting. I love Scarlett Johansson. So, so long as it's easy to watch, which it is, I can put the other stuff aside. Now, you can go and get your copy tomorrow of Jurassic World Rebirth in 4K UHD, or you can order it online tonight. It's funny because you can always do the pre-order like up until. So you have more than enough time. If you want to get it right away, obviously you're going to have places like Target and Walmart that are going to have it, but if you're lazy like me, just go order it online. It'll be there in a couple days. You won't have to wait that long. But I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Go watch those extras. Come back. Tell me what you thought. Because I think we have a few things that we could talk about. And I'm definitely all about responding to the comments. So please let me know what you thought. Do you disagree with anything? Did you find all of the Easter eggs? What about the gag reel? Let me know. I'm curious. And with that, this concludes my review of the 4K UHD release of Jurassic World Rebirth. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels so you never miss out on any entertainment news. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.